It's Halloween, and today we're celebrating. Ah! So today we are making mummy eclairs. A chocolate eclair is one of my favorite desserts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a traditional eclair, fill it with pastry cream, it's gonna be so good, dip it in a nice chocolate ganache, and then we're gonna make it look like a mummy. It's gonna be a fun one, and it's gonna be perfect to make this Halloween. Ow. My hip just cracked. Okay, let's get started. First step, we gotta get to the stove, because that's where a lot of the magic happens. All right, so in a medium saucepan, I'm going to combine a bunch of ingredients. We're gonna do water, sugar, milk, butter, and salt. So we're gonna keep this on medium heat and just bring it to a boil. Here's the tricky thing about making eclairs. Each step takes, some time, but when something's ready, you have to be ready to move on to the next thing. Like, it's a lot of hurry up and waiting, right? So I'm waiting for this to boil, but once it boils, we gotta move fast on the next step. So just like it's not a good thing to make like when you've got like a baby. So if you have a baby, don't make these, or get a babysitter. Don't hire me. So you're gonna see it start to boil, and once we get to a boil, we really wanna like move quickly and add the flour. So I'm gonna remove it from the heat, and then I'm going to quickly add flour. And you're gonna see really quick, this is gonna turn into a dough. But it's gonna be a little bit wet, and that's okay, because what's gonna happen is we are going to turn the heat back on in just a second and let this mixture become a little bit less wet. So we're just gonna constantly be stirring this so that none of it burns. And basically what we want is you're gonna notice there's like a film forming around the pot. That's good. That means we're almost there. Great, so this is looking pretty good. I think it's time to remove it from the heat, and we're gonna take it back to our mixer. So we're looking for like a ball to form and for a thin layer, like a skin to kind of develop around the inside of the pot. So this means it's ready to go. We've gotten a bit of moisture out of it. We're just gonna take this whole thing and put it in our stand mixer. Now what we wanna do is we wanna cool this dough down before we move on to the next step. And the way we do that is just beat it in the stand mixer for a couple minutes, and that will allow it to cool down and it won't be so hot. Right now it's too hot, and if we added eggs, the eggs would cook. We don't wanna make scrambled eggs. Okay, so our dough has cooled down a bit, so it's okay to add the eggs in now, one at a time, and we're gonna add one egg, then beat it a little. Add another egg, beat it more. We're gonna beat in between each egg, basically. In the words of Michael Jackson, I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
I think beat it is
Sha! Sha! Great, so now that the dough's finished, we are going to prep our piping bag. And I'm gonna show you how to properly fill a piping bag. So we put our piping tip inside of a bag. When making eclairs, I like to use this piping tip. I'll tag it below so you know where to get it. And then we're going to take our choux pastry and add it to our piping bag. You don't want to overfill your bag. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna pipe these out. You can use an eclair template. You can use, like for me, I'm gonna be using the markings on my sill pat here. From here to here, I'll pipe one eclair. From here to here, I'll pipe another. You can take sort of a wet finger and push down on the parts that spike up at the end where you pulled the piping bag away. That way they won't burn. And I'm gonna brush each one of these with just a little bit of an egg wash. All right, we're gonna pop these in the oven at 425 for about 10 minutes. And then we'll reduce the temperature and bake them a little bit longer. All right, while the eclairs are in the oven, we're gonna start on the pastry cream, which we'll use to fill the eclairs. This pastry cream is so good. Okay, so we start by putting some milk and vanilla in a pot together, and we're gonna bring it to a boil. Great, so this is coming to a boil, so we're gonna set it aside. We'll need it in a minute for the next step. So I've got some sugar in a bowl. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and cornstarch. This is gonna thicken up our pastry cream. So I'm gonna mix this all together, and then I'm gonna whisk in 4 egg yolks. Just the yolk. So we really wanna get this nice and light and creamy. You're gonna see something crazy happen here. Look how bright and yellow this is. Pretty soon, it's gonna be so much more pale. And it's kind of hard at first to whisk it, and then it'll get so much easier as you continue. Come on. Look at that, it's like paling out, I love it. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of the milk to this, just to get the eggs used to the heat. You don't wanna add a ton. And then we're gonna stream in the rest of the milk. Okay, so now we're gonna take this mixture and put it back in the saucepan and bring it to a boil. This will thicken our mixture and make it more of a cream. Okay, I'm just gonna keep whisking this until it comes to a boil. I'm waiting and whisking and spinning and sitting. I'm eating my feelings with chocolate eclairs. She's starting to thicken up. We're getting that nice custardy consistency. So let's turn the heat off. We're gonna whisk this a little bit longer with no heat. The reason this is thickening up is because we added all that cornstarch. It's a thickening agent, and it turns our milk and sugar and eggs into like a pudding-y type of consistency. Pudding-y consistency. I wish I was pudding-y. So we're gonna transfer this to a bowl. Ooh, double toiling pudding. But I've got a half a stick of butter here. It's a weird way to display it, half a stick of butter. I'm gonna add it to our pastry cream. I'm just gonna mix this in. It's gonna melt down really quickly. This is super hot. Now we're gonna cover this in saran wrap and let it cool down in the fridge. Okay, so we're gonna take our eclairs out of the oven, and then we're gonna let them chill until they come back to room temperature so that we can actually pipe them without our filling melting. All right, we let everything chill, come back to kind of room temperature, and now we can actually fill our eclairs. We're gonna do it through the bottom in 3 holes, so we get a lot of cream inside. I'm gonna poke little holes in the center and on the ends of each eclair, so we have something for our piping tip to go in. Then we take our pastry cream, sort of like insert it, and you're just gonna fill it. You can get a lot of cream in this. Like, look, it's coming out the other end. All right, so now we're gonna dip the tops of our eclairs in ganache. If you wanna see how to make ganache, I have a whole video that describes the entire process and kind of walks you through that. Donkey, donkey, eclair, donkey. We're gonna let it wiggle, wiggle. Don't worry about them looking too perfect. Oh, drippy, drippy. Great, now we're gonna let those chill for a minute, and we're gonna prep our white chocolate. Okay, so this is white chocolate ganache. I also show you how to make this in the ganache video, so watch it. And we're just gonna pipe on like little bands or like what will look like mummy wrappings. I put a flat tip on this piping bag so it'll come out and sort of like a ribbon. All right, we lift it up. Let the ganache drip off the bottom. How cute is that? Look at my little bowl of eyeballs. There you have it, spooky, scary mummy eclairs. If you make these, tag me in your photos and videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm gonna be eating these. They're so good. They're like crunchy on the outside, soft and creamy on the, they're perfect. Just don't throw them in someone's Halloween basket because they'll get their whole basket really messy. Happy Halloween. Whoa, she's a gooey girly. Stanley? Stanley! Yes? Did you cheat on me with Eileen? Stanley, knock the beep boop beep. You speak English. I know you speak English. Did you cheat on me with Eileen? Peggy, I did. It was one time. It meant nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you put your goo in her? Thank you so much. That was really good. Peggy's tasty.